Greetings and welcome to the Halloween edition of the Sliders Review. And I'm here today to talk to you about So Weird Mutiny. This happens in the second season, I believe. And Clue comes back after being gone for so long. But he's dropped out of college, but he's trying to get into like another school. Santa Cruz, I believe. And so his parents are upset that like he dropped out of school, especially his mom. And Carrie's in this episode. He's the one who replaces Clue sometime in the second season. Now, Carrie is played by, I forgot his real name. His last name is Lively. And there's a Blake Lively. It's either him or it's his sister that's married to Ryan Reynolds. I think it's his sister. But they were like related. And their mom is the redheaded lady who's supposed to play Miss Cerebellum and the live action Powerpuff Girl remake. And also she was the mom in the second season of Light as a Feather. So anyway, Mutiny. Fiona talks about how like some people feel like they're possessed when they start touching certain objects and everything. And so there's somewhere near like the dock area. Molly's supposed to perform. And this is actually an interesting episode because it's a Ned-centered episode with something we've never had before. So he finally gets like his time to shine. And so the kids, they're all at some type of like sea museum. And they're there learning about like old like pirate stuff, captain stuff, boat stuff. And as Fiona's like learning, of course, Clue and like Carrie, they're acting stupid, playing with all the stuff. This pisses off the curator person, and he kicks them out. And so, like, at some point in time, I forget how. Oh, no, I remember they're walking alongside the beach, and they see some driftwood. It has a weird carving in it, and so I think Clue, he's all like, or Carrie, they're all like, oh, Dad would love this. I think Clue's the one who says that, and he gives it to his dad. When Fiona touches it, we see like these weird flashes of like stuff that happened like out at sea with this man, but we don't know who he is yet. And then next thing you know, Clue gives it to his dad. As soon as his dad touches it, his dad's behavior has shifted. He's grumpier, he's moodier, and he's very paranoid. And he's just an angry man now. And so he's taking it out on the kids and everybody else, and they don't understand why he's acting the way he does. But before this happened, Clue gets accepted into Santa Cruz school. And so when his dad hears this, he's a little upset. And so like Clue is all like, well, I think Carrie's all like, I think your dad's like, or I think our dad's pissed because like you're about to leave and everything. So this upsets Clue and everything. So he doesn't know what he wants to do. Hey, that kind of rhymes. And so like with his personality acting weird, they see that their dad Ned drew these weird symbols of like sea stuff, like captain stuff and pirate stuff on a sheet of paper. So Fiona and the kids, they go back to the museum dude. He's not happy they're back, but then they ask him straight up, Ned drew this. Does this mean anything? And the curator, he tells them of a story of a captain named Captain Andrew Leeds of this ship called the Swiss. Back in the old days, this happened back in like, God, it was like the 1700s, 1773. And the captain Leeds, he had like a transport ship, and he was transporting convicts and everything. Well, at some point, his mood changed. He became very paranoid and angry. He would starve the convicts, and much of his crews are like, you can't do this. You have to feed them, but he didn't want to listen. So then there was a huge storm that capsized the boat, and then the cargo area down below, it started like to flood with the convicts in there. He was gonna lead them there to drown. The men tried to like rescue him, the convicts, but he gave them the order not to do it. So then a mutiny happened between his crewmates to free the convicts and take out like the captain. And I forgot what they do to him. I think they buried him out to sea or something like that, made him drown or something. I can't remember what. And so Fiona, she thinks that the captain's spirit is inside that plank wood and it has possessed Ned. So then at some point, the curator's all like, y'all are just playing with me. This is dumb. Y'all need to get out. So Fiona and them are all like, we have to find a way to like rescue Ned, but they don't know how. And so like Ned, he kind of like grounds them all and locks them into like the bus, and he tells them they're not allowed to leave. Well, the curator comes and he makes up a story talking about Fiona stole from him. Ned is furious with Fiona. He's also furious with his bandmates and everything. Every person he sees, he just thinks they're out to get him and stuff. Because this is the sea captain possessing him. So he's angry at Fee. And he tells her, you better go find what it is you stole and give it back. So she's pretending. And then, so next thing you know, the curator dude, he, like, him and Fiona, they set Ned up. And they steal, like, the plank of wood. And then they run out and they lock Ned into, like, the room. He is fierce. He's pounding on the door. He's telling them to let him out. And so Fiona, she's all like, why are you helping us and everything? He's all like, he doesn't necessarily believe their story, but he kind of does. When Fiona says that Ned is being claustrophobic, that was something that happened to Captain Leeds and everything. So he tells them like it's probably best if you take this back out to the ocean and bury it out in the sea. And so like Carrie, he drives the bus back and he drives out to the ocean and they're all like, trying to find something to make the plank wood heavy to make it drown. And then Ned gets like a knife and he cuts himself free and from like the rope that was tied to like the door. And then he's looking for the kids all like hysterically and angry and everything with the knife in his hand. And then next thing you know, Fiona uses like the belts of like the boys and then she launches it into the ocean and there the plank wood, it just drowns and everything. And then Ned, he snaps out of it and goes back into reality. And he doesn't understand why he was acting the way he was and stuff. So Clue gives him a heart to heart. I'm like, Dad, oh, man, like, I'm sorry. I'm the reason why you acted this way. And if you don't want me to, I won't go to school and everything. He tells his son he's very proud of him. And it hurts that his son's going to leave because he doesn't want his son to leave, but he wants his son to better himself and everything and go to college. So Clue is going to leave once again on the show. That really bugged me because I did not like Carrie at all. I cannot stand Carrie. He's like, ugh, I just can't stand him. And then so it ends where we see the plank wood falling deeper and deeper down into the ocean. And there it like hits the the sands of like the ocean. And there's a skeletal hand there, which is meant to be Captain Andrew Leeds. And I'm just like, man, this was just a cool, freaky episode. Like, it was just like so cool and everything. I miss this show. I miss Disney was trying to like be the X-Files, try something different and new. And they succeeded, until they found out the writers were going to send Fiona to the underworld to rescue her dad in season 3. Disney Channel was like, oh, no, you can't go down there. So the showrunners left. They changed the tone in season 3 and it was ruined. Plus the actress who plays Fee, she left in season 3. Now wasn't that spooky? Alright, well I shall talk to y'all later. Bye.